sometimes trusting your gut is probably the right thing to be doing.
You can't really do any more work than 100 clients.
Your clients want the personal touch. They want to know it's you. They want to know you're there.
What's better than looking better is just being better.
That is still as relevant today as ever.
You don't need somebody to manage your social media.
You heard it here first.
In this video, we're going to talk to you about the mistakes that we made in business and how you can avoid making the same ones.
Hey guys, we're Dan and Mike from Business and Banter, formerly Biceps and Banter in a previous life. And today we're going to talk to you about all the mistakes that we made as Biceps and Banter that we pass on to you guys now, our coaches, our clients, everyone in the members group. We talk about these a lot so that you can learn from them. Because I think sometimes people look at some of the stuff that we say and they might be like, oh yeah, but you're just saying that. Or you just got beef with other people in the industry and you just don't like the way they do things. No. We're saying this from experience and we're passing that on to you. So we thought we'd make a video highlighting all the things we've done to show you guys how not to do it and why we've settled on the way that we do things and why we now know that these are the best things to do and why we teach the things that we teach.
And you mentioned the members group there. It would be remiss of me to not throw a little CTA in. If you watch our YouTube videos, probably means you like our free stuff. If you like our free stuff, you're probably going to like our paid stuff because it's much better.
Well, you say paid, but it is only £99.
It's a little bit.
I mean, do you know what we haven't done? The rate of inflation is going up crazy at the moment in the world. But we haven't actually put it up. Maybe we should put it up soon, mate.
We could put it up.
Because I'll tell you what, for 99 quid, you will not find better value anywhere else.
We actually could put it up.
We should put it up. Yeah, 119. So make sure you're getting quick before it goes to 119. You heard it here first. So yeah, we're going to talk through some of the things. We've not written any of these down. We're just going to remember them off the top of our heads because there's quite a few of them, to be fair, with this. And again, we see it across the board. So I'll start with the first one, which is hiring staff too quickly. And that's number one. Is when we started out, we were doing okay for ourselves, getting full because we were good coaches, getting good results, doing photo shoots, getting people shredded, doing it ourselves, and all those good things, right? And we were full. We were full with clients and we had a bit of a waiting list because we were like, we didn't really, have the space to work with people. So we kind of set up a waiting list and we thought, well, we're Biceps and Banter, Dan and Mike. I was like, all we've got to do, bring on another coach, put the Biceps and Banter logo on them, and then people are going to want to work with them, right? So we hired a coach. She was a good coach, good on social media, all those sorts of things, great at the time. And we then said to our waiting list, I think we had about 15 each at the time, maybe 30 people in total. We were like, brilliant, she gets to 30 clients. I was like, we'll take that little cut, we'll build her up over time, she'll be at the same number we're at. Except for we then emailed the waiting list and not a single person wanted to work with her. Not because of her, I don't think. Simply because what we learned quite quickly is that people buy into people. People want to work with you for who you are. And I think likewise, if you said to some people on that waiting list, on Mike's waiting list, you can work with Dan, in hindsight now, looking back, they'd have said no as well. Probably not, actually. I'm better than them. They'd have said no as well, right? So there's that whole thing around. It's really important that I think that when we talk about this stuff, and we talked about on a previous video about building out a team, hiring coaches, it's kind of where we come up with the group coaching model. We kind of use that as a funnel through to introducing another coach into the team, to the team of clients, and then they would want to work with that coach because they'd seen them coach, they got to know them through socials and through the group coaching program. So it's why we're not big on coaches that just hire people and they've got a great one-to-one business, they just hire a coach and just expect any call that they have, anyone that they speak to on a sales call, go, yes, you're going to work with Johnny. Johnny's great. Who's Johnny? Who the fuck's Johnny? I don't know who Johnny is. Where's Leroy come from? And unfortunately, it costs a lot of people a lot of problems because a lot of people, again, get bad advice from other mentors. Other mentors go, yeah, hire this person and pay this coach £2,000 a month. Flat rate, just like a salary. And then you just give them clients. Well, that doesn't work, does it?
Good luck.
That doesn't work because, number one, you're paying them a salary, number one. And eventually, even if they did get full, they get to a point where they get pissed off the amount of work they're doing, number one. And number two is that it doesn't work like that because those people aren't bought into that person. They're not going to stay as long with that person. They're not going to trust them as much. They don't see them as an authority. They're not going to maybe stick to things. They're probably going to leave a little bit sooner, a little bit quicker. And it's just not a very, very smart way of growing your business and your coaching business. So that's probably the first one that we made, wasn't it? Quite early on in Biceps and Banter.
Yep.
I would say.
Number one, yeah. Number two, hiring other staff. So not just bringing on a coach too soon. We had a social media manager and we tried a VA for a period of time. VA, I think we got rid of
1 month.
1 month, yeah.
Yeah, literally.
And the social media manager was really sound guy, really nice guy. But at the same time, just money for absolutely nothing. Just because you think
we didn't even know what the role was, did we?
Yeah, you think that you're scaling a business, and it's like, right, okay, well, we need somebody to map out all the posts and to run the Biceps and Banter kind of Instagram page and to kind of utilize that avenue. You don't. Like, it's just you thinking or feeling like you're doing something in your business to add to it. But it's clutching at straws. Again, take it from us. You don't need somebody to manage your social media. We do it quite comfortably and have done for the last fucking 10 years with hundreds of clients in the business. So like, you don't need to do it. Anything else is a unnecessary expense in my opinion. So yeah, that was one of the mistakes. I guess another mistake that we made that just didn't pay off. And yeah, like again, I think it's normal to go and look at these things, and coaches that ask these questions, I like coaches that ask these questions of should we do this, should I do that, should I do the other. And I think sometimes people think that we haven't tried this stuff. I think sometimes when we go, don't worry about that, they just think that we're dismissive, or it's or we've just not tried it. And it's like, no, I think we've probably tried everything bar selling up front. I think we've probably tried everything bar selling up front, I think. So yeah, what's the next mistake that we've tried that didn't work?
We tried to design our own app, and we thought that if we had an app to run our coaching program, and also to a degree, I don't know if we ever tried out proper lower cost products. I'm pretty sure we did. I can't remember exactly what, whether it was linked to the app maybe, but we tried our own app, spent a lot of money. And again, the guy doing it was a nice guy. There was nothing wrong with him. It wasn't right for what we needed at the time. It wasn't how we envisaged it. It wasn't the way we thought it would look. It never saw the light of day. It never actually was used because, believe it or not, Google kind of have it sorted. Do you know what I mean? Google are actually pretty good. They know what they're doing. So we just ended up using Google Sheets, Google Drive. It might seem messy or not as professional as an app, but actually, do you know what's professional is getting results. What's professional is delivering a service that beats everyone else's results that's out there. And the amount of times I've seen people use apps and they go down and they don't work properly, the links don't work, and it's messy and it's uncoordinated and the things don't update on time and it's very impersonal. I'm like, yeah, no shit. Like we tried it. We know what that feels like, and we know that Google Sheets, Google Drive can work. And I think everyone out there telling you that that's old school or doesn't work or it looks clunky or looks messy, doesn't get results, I kind of have to sit there and go, no, our results are pretty good. Worked all right for us, and it just winds us up a little bit when people go, you have to use tech, you have to do all this sort of stuff, you have to make it look like this. And again, we've got a few clients who do sort of some of the lower cost products on apps as well. And again, it's just this whole thing around such high churn rates, so impersonal. People very easily just quit them, they just cancel them, they don't see them through. There's no accountability, there's no personalization. Again, you're sold this dream of, yeah, get an app, it makes you look professional, makes you look good, doesn't it? That's it, makes you look good. It's like, yeah, so it's the future, technology, all this. And honestly, like I think even more so now than back then, even more so now, is that your clients want the personal touch. They want to know it's you. They want to know you're there. They want to know that you're on hand. And I just feel like the apps and that whole culture around it looking better and sounding better and you using it as a selling point, I'm just like, no. The selling point is the results you're getting. So we spunked a lot of money, probably close to 10 grand, I think, on the app.
More, 12 it was.
Was it 12, was it?
Yeah, it was.
On an app that, again, was never used, never done. Not even sure it made on the App Store, to be honest. So there's a reason that we're pretty against that as a general rule. Again, going back to previous video as well around the perfect business model for most coaches, is that most coaches just don't even need to entertain the idea. They don't have enough followers for a start. They don't have the right content. And it's just not needed to grow the business that you probably want as well.
Yeah, I think just one thing you said there with like it looking better. I think what's better than looking better is just being better. And I say this to all of my clients when they ask me app or Google Sheets, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, just look at how much you can do with the Google Sheet. Is that I can literally go back 3 years and look at their data and go, right, okay, what calories were on at this weight? What was your waist measurement at that weight? And I can do that within 20 seconds. Like I can pull that data. I can map out their journey for the next fucking 3, 4, 5 months on Google Sheets. I can show them exactly where we're going. Whereas in an app, it's very, very confined to the week thereof. And you've got to kind of navigate through an app to look at last week. It's when you talk about clunky apps, that for me it's just an inferior way of coaching. So yeah, the next thing that we made a mistake with, I would say, would be not necessarily hiring a mentor. Whether that's a mistake or not, I don't know whether it's a mistake. I don't know whether asking for help is a mistake. I think, and we stuck to the minimum term, didn't we? And we saw the minimum term, but no longer. So again, we stayed true to our values. We didn't worm out of something, even though we weren't getting, the return. I don't know whether that's a mistake.
But I think we've done it though. Like you fall for the hype, right? I think that was the key thing. Is like you don't do your due diligence, or maybe not even that. I don't think it was that. I think you just get caught up in it. I think you get caught up in the hype of it a little bit. I think that's probably what we did with that, because we've had.
Well, you think. No, it's right to think that. I was about to say, you think someone else knows better than you, and look, there's always somebody that knows better than you. But and I don't want to be too harsh with this, but it's like, I don't know, maybe it was a misjudgment that we made. Maybe that's the mistake, is that the person that we chose to help us was maybe not running a business to any degree that we wanted, potentially. I don't know. So like, I mean,
just not the best fit.
Not the best fit. So whether that's a mistake or not, I don't know. Like, because you don't know until you try it. So it's a little bit tough. So like, look, that's maybe half a mistake. Let's go with my full mistake, which is almost another half. Let's just say it's another half to make a full one. We tried influencer marketing. Now, do I believe that influencer marketing works? Yeah, of course I do. Like, look at brands like Gymshark, who have built everything from influencer marketing. And granted, we only gave it one shot with one influencer, but we paid £9,000 for this influencer to pull us in absolutely nothing. Like nothing. And again, I don't want to be dismissive and say it can't work or it doesn't work to get somebody on board that, has got a good following. Interestingly enough, one of my clients has just signed up Tim Henman as an online client.
No way.
Yeah, how much is that?
How crazy is that?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The sign him up as in proper sign him up.
Yeah,
like,
1-to-1, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. But, isn't that mad? Tim Henman.
Tim Henman.
Yeah.
Fuddy-duddy.
Yeah, he was rubbish. Better than me. So like, we tried influence marketing. We paid £9,000 basically over the course of 3 months for a series of posts and stories that just didn't pull us anything in. So it was, again, a half mistake, because I believe that maybe a better fit or somebody like that, or in different circumstances it could have worked, but I definitely wouldn't put all my eggs in a basket of influence marketing, and it wouldn't be anywhere near high on my agenda to find influencers for my clients. It just wouldn't come up in conversation.
Yeah, and I think another mistake going back quite a way now is probably that we spent a period of time just focused on being professional and told we couldn't be ourselves, just put in a box around just talking about fitness stuff, weren't allowed to talk about anything else.
That's a pun.
There's a pun, yeah, we were put in a box, there you go, team box. We weren't allowed to express ourselves and be ourselves and share sort of our personality, and again, like a lot of camera images, a lot of, again, like, I guess linked to that as well, I went through a period where I was played around with Instagram and did the old engagement pods, posted these infographics that were highly consumable and saved a lot and loads of comments, but actually didn't really bring in any clients at all. So again, I think when people say that we're dead against like viral content or trying to grow followers, it's not that that's useless, it's just, again, doing it the right way. And like I said, I did it the wrong way, and I think I grew from like maybe 1,000 followers.
You might like it the wrong way.
Yeah, some people do like it the wrong way.
1 in 10
there is no wrong way, so that's fine.
Yeah, it seems quite high though.
I think I grew from 1,000 to 6,000 fairly quickly, and very quickly realised alongside it that I wasn't getting any more clients from doing it. I think we sat down, because this was similar around a time when we were starting to get a bit fed up of being told to just be professional and not do this, blah, 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 blah. And I was getting no inquiries off the back of this extra follow. I was getting nothing extra from it. My story views were down, all this sort of stuff. All the stuff we talk about now is still relevant. And I spent a long period of time changing that, where I still had 6,000 followers at the time, but then I was slowly dwindling down when I started posting more real content, and my followers were recalibrating, and as they were recalibrating, and then as we became Biceps and Banter, that's when my followers really took off. My clients really took off. My followers stayed pretty much the same. But clients really took off was when we stopped trying to be an online coach with content. And we stopped trying to just post fitness content and trying to go viral and trying to increase followers just from posting fat loss stuff and all these crap tips and all that sort of thing. So by being more of ourselves, that's why one of our core values within, again, like the members group and everything that we preach to coaches really is, that is still as relevant today as ever. Like, if not more so today. So that's one of the big mistakes we made and paid the price for it for a long period of time as well, I would say, within that.
Any more?
Any more? What other ones did we? I definitely think at one point we tried growing with coaches too quickly. I think we got up to I think we had 5 at one point. 4 or 5 maybe. And I think we just thought the growth would happen a little bit quicker. And I think also with that, you think that people are going to want to work as hard as you, and you think people want to do as much as you. And that isn't always the case within that. Again, not like anyone in particular, just I think from going with that many coaches, we thought that things would start to really kind of grow at an exponential rate. And actually what we found is that the growth was still predicated on us doing it. Coaches were there just almost in their mind just to fulfill the work. A little bit more, but not all of them. That sounds a bit harsh, but certainly a couple that I can think of. I think growing too quick, again, we went for the shiny lights thing of like, oh, just get more coaches, it looks better, it looks great. If we hire a coach, it looks really good. Everything looks really good, the optics are good, and it's like, that doesn't actually help you in any way, shape or form. It's just more people to try and manage and the stress that comes with that alongside it.
Maybe another half one, we kept prices a little too low for too long. Yeah, we kept prices on the lower side, which I think... Again, it's probably a half thing. It was like, right, because we kept them too low, without putting them up, we got a lot of clients stay and a lot of results. But it got to a point where we still had some clients paying us £149, and we were getting people coming in at like whatever it was, 250, 275 or 295, somewhere around there, and it felt a little bit like odd that these guys were paying double this lot. So like we had the unenviable task of increasing our current clients' prices, not all the way up, but we kind of like took it to like a halfway point. So like ideally we wouldn't have liked to have done that, but it became a bottleneck, because if you think about what happens is that, let's just say you've got 100 clients, you can't really do any more work than 100 clients. And if you've got 50 of those clients on an old rate that's incredibly low, it's very, very tough to kind of grow your revenue essentially. So we had to increase prices, which, look, that's part and parcel of business. So was it really a mistake? No, but I think we could have just been a little bit more forthcoming with just at certain landmarks, the price goes up, so that you're then not stuck with a lot of clients at low rates. Yes, you're going to have some old legacy clients, and you might have got 6 or 7 of them at that rate and 6 or 7 of them at that rate. But it was like, for me, certainly, I don't know, I'm probably same for Dan, but I had a mass of people that were paying very little, basically. That's probably a half one.
Yeah, they're probably the main ones, I think, in terms of mistakes that we've made. And I think as well, they stood us in good stead to not then fall for many other ones. I think that a lot of the times we have had some calls with people that we've looked to maybe hire or bring on or use their expertise and just gone, nah.
Yeah.
Like, I remember that one in particular that we had, and we were just like, was it Mentor at the time? I can't remember who it was.
You know his name, don't you?
I can't remember.
Crooks.
That was the one. Yeah. And then someone say Crooks by name, Crooks by nature.
Yeah.
And it was one of them where we were on the call together on Zoom, and he's there looking at the screen, and he just kept looking off like that and reading. You can tell he's reading the question going, so what I'm hearing is you saying this. We were like, no, that's not what we said.
That's not what we said.
And he kept trying to refer back to the script, didn't he?
Sell up front, didn't he?
Yeah, and it was just so funny. And we kind of got the feeling with that. But yeah, look, we've spent money on stuff like, you know, again, another one comes to mind was the whole getting the Candy Link set up and getting a Trello board set up for about $5,000 or something daft. That was fucking another one. Like, it's just like we've been there and done it. We made the mistakes.
Yeah.
Do you know? Yeah. It's all that these days, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just stuff now you look back on and you go, look, we're hopefully passing on the knowledge to show you guys and let you guys know that, look, the warning signs are still there. Do you know what I mean with these people? So it's just funny. But yeah, we're saying this stuff because we've done it, not because we're bitter or we're trying to, you know, just get you to think our way and our way is the only way. It's like, no, we've done it. We've been there and done it. And I'm sure that plenty of people watching this will have been in a similar situation, learned from it, and now recognize it. And looking back, you know, maybe can laugh, maybe not. Who knows? But yeah, that's why we kind of have the group as we have it with £99 a month. Get another plug for it, but it's affordable. It's something that I know if it was around when we were starting out, fucking hell, we'd have been in there and absorbing everything. Yeah. Like, there just wasn't the access to that sort of level of information. I get messages all the time from people going, oh my God, this is so in depth. This is, you know, so valuable to me to have it there. I still can't believe people ever leave it, to be honest, but they do. But for 99 quid to have that security blanket of going, I wonder what Dan and Mike would think. Or I wonder if I could find something on that, just to know that sometimes trusting your gut is probably the right thing to be doing and just give it more time. But people just want the magic pill. They want to do it quicker. They want to do it this month. They want to fucking, whatever. So if you're one of those people, probably don't go in there because you're not going to find that in there.
Yeah, I think that's it. There you go.
See you later.